All the glory, all the praise goes to the Father, Yahweh, Son Yahweh, Ben Yahweh, the 7 archangels, and the 400 million sign angels. Barakatah, faith and peace. Hallelujah, Sabak Shalom, King Y Vessel, aka YAH'S Vessel, on this so-called Saturday, March 18, 2023. And all the glory and praise to Yahweh. And the show gonna be called today, All Caucasians Are Racist. All Caucasians are racist. I put a question mark on it, and I did it for a reason. So, and I wrote it down a few times, and this is my 200th episode of the YAH'S podcast show on Spreaker, sponsored by iHeart Radio, and yeah, I did a topic on all poetry on my. I did a poem called "If I Die." Go check that out on allpoetry.com under King Y Vessel. Also follow me on Twitter under Y Vessel. Follow me on Instagram under Y Vessel. Follow me on TikTok under YAH'S Vessel. And follow me on YouTube under YAH'S Vessel as well. All the podcast radio that's sponsor my show, showcase my show on, iHeart, Spotify, Dizzy, and Spreaker as well, and what's the other one called? Podchaser. And Podcast Addiction. And yeah. Oh yeah, pop on SoundCloud as well. So yeah, yeah, live again. Did a show last night called take certain things for what it is. Go check that show out last night, and yeah. But tonight, I'm gonna do, before I get to the topic, all Caucasians are racist and stuff. Before I get to that, there's a few things I have to say before I get started. And yeah. Before I get started with the topic, I'll probably do another show tonight. Might do another show tonight and stuff, but it might be pre-record. But yeah, it might be pre-record. So yeah, it might be pre-record and shit like that. So yeah, might be pre-record. Yep. Before I get started, I have things to say. When you got talent, and not just your talent, you have a gift that Yahweh gives you and stuff, and whether it's genetically and biologically and spiritually. People say it might be a science, but it's not really. But all the education started by the indigenous individuals, so-called black people and stuff. So yeah, it started from us for real and stuff. Whatever it is, some of these things are fiction like math. Only thing we need to do is read and write, but they added math, mathematics, algebra, biology, and social studies, science, and language and stuff, and comprehension and stuff. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like I said, I'm one of the first people. Like I said, for example, on poetry. Might explain it for my reiterate. I did a lot of reiterate through my radio shows for the past 200 episodes because this is 200 episode. Yeah, I think I said this before that um I was one of the first one to I was one of the first ones to I was one of the first ones to um on I say all poetry. 'Cause I won't say the other one. I was like all poetry. I did first one to expose the about being spiritual and spirituality and stuff. And first person, the first person that broke the went against the grain and talked about things that was happening in the world that we're living in this so-called society. And yeah, like I said for real, I did yeah, I the first one did that. I the first one exposed cannibalism, exposed it, COVID, which I call it first they called it coronavirus, but they called it many names before the coronavirus. Why I just did the coronavirus and the COVID and stuff, exposed that and what behind it and who was responsible for what. I already said the names before and stuff, and then you can research it. And did that. I did that from spirituality to um COVID to biblical literature and history and culture. I did that too on poetry. Nobody else did it like that. And deep 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 spirituality, how deep it is in the rabbit hole and stuff, and as visuals and stuff. And yeah, nobody else did that. Now they did. Congratulations to you, but I haven't seen it so far on poetry that led me to a success in poetry history and plus my books as well, stuff like that. And yeah, um yeah, people. I know a lot of people did a lot of things in their own way, but it didn't make an impact. And then it hit the PDFs or the R or the URLs and thumb drives and all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, because your work should be out by now, and on Google or Bang or Yahoo and stuff independently and stuff. There's some people did it before I did, but they didn't really get the artists. They didn't really get the people interested like I did. I got them interested and stuff. Uh huh. I got them interested. And before before I still get to the topic, yeah, I was gonna talk about that white bald head guy. That white bald head guy, that Caucasian guy on TikTok, when he said he was making a comment about staying away from black people. I didn't really get mad about that because that man could say his opinion, and then he wasn't really wrong for it what he said. He just stated opinion, made a statement, and yeah, he was afraid because yeah, I understand why he afraid of black people, and black people made it that way. They kind of brought it on themselves. How the way they act in public, act in the private. They can't hold waters. They stir up drama and all that shit. So it wasn't that white man following TikTok that he had talked about them things and stuff. Then it wasn't that new, but since he was on TikTok, cause TikTok the new A&R, the new Hollywood and stuff, and yeah, mhm, yeah. Since TikTok was the new YouTube and the new Hollywood and stuff, uh-huh, yeah, yeah. I seen that already. Yeah, I pretty much seen that already. Uh-huh. Yeah, I pretty much seen. I seen that. I seen that video already. So it wasn't no surprise to me and stuff. Hmm. Yeah, for real. Hmm. Yeah. One of the, yeah, and wasn't no surprise. Wasn't no surprise at all. No surprise at all. And yeah, and I know some black people was mad about that. Black individuals was mad at that, but yeah, it's not on them. It's not on them to decide who could talk for who and shit. And stop all this trying to protect the black woman anyway. The hell with them. They said the hell with us since the 50s. So why be bothering them right now? Hmm. And yeah. I think I said enough about that. So when I get back, I will get to the topic when I get back. Hold on for a second. Caucasians are all Caucasians are evil, something like that. Uh-huh. All Caucasians are evil. I mean, all Caucasians are racist. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the name of it. All Caucasians are racist. And I'm gonna explain that. I know it was a catchy title and stuff. Mm-hmm. I know it was a catchy title. Uh-huh. And I would say the super rich, they're not so racist, but racism, the word itself, came from a German guy named Richard Henry Pride. It was a German guy. He was a Caucasian and stuff. Every time you give a peasant or somebody that's a scum of the planet a position, they capitalize it against you because you you gave it to them and you let them capitalize off of it, and they thought they did it better than you. Really, they was cornier because they didn't come with the idea of their own. So that's where racism came from. And then people might say it's controversial, or they'll say something. They'll say they'll be in disagreement. Like, it is black people that's racist. It's white people that's racist stuff. And yeah, all Caucasian are racist. All I would say 90% of them are racist. They pay to get racist and stuff. Now, like I said, the super rich, they are not so racist for real. The super rich, not the elite. I'm not talking about the elites and the Vatican City and the Pope. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the super rich that like the Congress and the Senates and stuff and the Tea Party and stuff. I'm talking about them. They not really that racist. The ones that really is so racist for real are the white supremacists or the and the liberals. They the racist one. The conservatives, they they um they rich because money talk for them. They not really racist per se towards so-called black individuals. They racist because they wealth dependent on it. But the liberals, they racist because they pretend like they your friends in person, but behind your back, they doing things against you behind your back. Yeah, they pretend to be your friend in your face, but behind your back, they're talking about you like a dog. And that's why I don't do that politics stuff with this Democrat and Republican shit. Yeah, with the Tea Party and shit, Pizza Party. Uh-huh. None of them ain't gonna help you and stuff with all this voting and shit. No, it's not good to vote. Yeah, black folk try to vote for years, and it didn't get you nowhere but failure. You cry about change, but you don't want change. You cry about equality, and you got equality. You still bitching. You still complaining. Black people are the most complaining people in the world, and then they always scream about, oh, it's racism. It's racism. It's racist. All white people are racist. That's why I need to talk about if all white people are racist. But the question mark is just the only white folks that really racist for real, Caucasian people that's racist for real, are the ones in on the liberal side, which is the left side, and uh some of the white trash, poor people. They the ones racist. Them the ones are racist. You thought I was gonna say the rich folks? No, it's the poor folks, the poor Caucasian. Them the ones that's racist. Them trailer park white trash, want to be black. Them the ones that's racist and stuff. And now I'm saying I'm racist. Like I said, I ain't talking about the elite, which y'all do. They racist. They racist too. But the super rich, like your government and stuff, no, they not racist. They got too much. They got too much in stake to be in that position. But the people they got employed, the people that they employed, them the ones that's racist. Yeah, them the ones that's racist and stuff. And the old heads, them old Caucasians. And that's why I stress it enough about older people. Because they don't want you to talk about older people so much. Talk about respect your elder and stuff. Nah, because your elder is wrong. And your elder ain't good. They not good at a lot of things and stuff. They're not good at a lot of things. It was traditional back then when it was the older people was taking over. But now people our age is stepping up now. It's not so much the old people no more. And old people can't let that shit go. And that's the problem with these older people. They can't let shit go. It's time to give it up. Give it a rest. It's time to give it a rest. Give it to somebody. Give it to some people in their 30s and 20s. You talk about damn. You should let the motherfuckers do their thing, but you don't want to let that. You don't want to let the limelight go. You don't want to let the spotlight go. And it go for perpetually and mentally and in real life, because y'all make y'all real life into the professional world. And the professional world they take their home problem, they bring their home problems to the job or profession and stuff like that. Yeah. Then they mad because people like me, not me. They mad because people in their mid age and stuff is taking over now on the internet. They're taking over the internet now. Yeah, it's enough of us taking over the internet now. Some of them ain't got the views, ain't got the likes like a lot of other people and stuff. Because older people they're beginning to fade out in a way. They're beginning to fade out. They're beginning to fade out for real. And the people our age are stepping up to the plate. But we stepped up to the plate hardcore style though, and we had to do it this way because so long everything was so traditional and everything was going in the right direction, which they were going in the right direction. But what's wrong with it? Older people don't want to let it go. See, with us, we let go. That's stuff they never want to tell you. This stuff no man never want to tell you. They don't want to let it go. It's time to let it go now. You passed your time. Like I said before, on my article called Old Simps Trying to Advance. You notice now certain ones died or they faked their death one, and now these type of people, now it's not enough of them left, and now people our age are beginning to rise for real. Because you might don't get it at first, and then you start getting it, and then now boom, you got the Matrix and stuff. And some think it's funny, but some taking it seriously and stuff like that. Yeah, that's why the old heads in the crack house, they don't want to let it go. The 90, 80, 90-year-old, 100-year-old, 80, 90-year-old old people don't want to let it go. The powers that be and stuff, they don't want to let it go. That was the problem with a lot of older people. They don't like to let go. They like to stick by that old school, not also that old tradition, not old school, not old tradition. They like to stick to the old thing. Get have power, give it to your children, but you still in the back. You still in the backstage area, just looking on cameras and stuff, and tapping people's phones and stuff, having cameras watching their every move and stuff like that. And they got technology like that. They can watch you from where you at to where they at. But they can't watch everybody now. Don't get it wrong. They can't watch everybody. They ain't that damn powerful. They don't even have power really. Yeah. And for real, yeah. They don't want to let it go. They do not want to let it go. And stuff. You had your time. And I'm talking about the evildoers right now. I'm not talking about people in our space. The real true space, or you call it the righteous space, or the spiritual space and stuff, or the righteous community, the spiritual community, or the real true community. It's all one and the same, if you want to call it that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. When you when yeah, race was the way these Caucasians get paid, but the majority of Caucasians rely on the system. So that tell you a majority of the Caucasian individuals, the Caucasian people, are living off credit. They got a good word with their little friends because they in debt. And believe it or not, Caucasians is more. They ain't more. They are more in debt than they more in debt just as much as the black people are in debt. Well, black women per se, because black women are the consumer basis. They are the consumer basis. Black women, they spend more money than the black man. Black people as a whole they spend the most money in this country, this corporation called America. Black women spend more money though. That's why they always sell to black women, and look who you see in most of these stores, black women. They buying the most from these people, the same people they call racist, but you're buying from them though. You're buying from these Asian folks. You buying from these Caucasian folks. You buying from these Arab folks. You buying from these Indian folks. But you call these folks racist though. But you still take poor behavior. You take poor customer service from them. But if it's your own, you want to customize it like you're gonna sue, or you want to try to fight or kill. Yeah, yeah. That's the difference. Caucasians are more in debt than black folks are. But they led white people to believe that it was just the black folks. But Caucasians fell for it mentally as well. They bought into the propaganda. They bought into the propaganda. Yeah, they brought into the propaganda and shit. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, they brought into the propaganda and that's that. Yeah. Like I said, 90% are racist. Then you see that avatar with the Confederate flag, with that what they call it, that KKK flag, or that British flag, that Nazi German flag, and you could tell that shit was staged and stuff. White people all in the black louder shit than the black folks are because it was staged. The folks were paid actors to start a fake riot, a so-called race riot. They've been doing it for a while. It's just y'all thought it was real, but it really was staged. Mm-hmm. It was staged. Y'all think these people really got something against each other? No, they were sit there. They were sent to make it seem like it was injustice, but really it's a stage. It's a damn start a riot or looting and stuff. And you know that when every time they do that shit, they never get arrested. They tell you right that it was staged and orchestrated. It was staged and orchestrated by Antifa, by George Soros. The other Zionist bastard. The other Zionist guy in the powers that be called Satan Illuminati in the one world order. Not New World Order. One World Order. The one world order. Mm-hmm. Who could do this shit better? Huh? Yeah. And black lives don't matter. And white lives don't matter. All lives don't matter. And blue lives don't matter. No lives don't matter. If they want you, if they're trying to do they hit their agenda on you, no lives matter. No matter what the so-called race or the so-called color or your skin, it doesn't matter. That's why I call it no lives matter. And you got sensitive Caucasians and sensitive blacks and stuff that get mad when you say this. I mean, they used to get mad at me a long time ago when I did that. I did it on poetry. I did it poetry style, you know. All my stuff ain't poetry, but it's poetry to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and yeah. Now you got some bigot blacks, but this is about Caucasians right now today. All Caucasians are racist. And people gonna say out the back, yes they are. But listen to the show very carefully what I said. Listen to the show very carefully what I said. And I ain't gonna keep repeating it, because I already said it. I don't wanna keep repeating it over and over again. I already said it already a few minutes ago. Mm-hmm. Because a word, if you take words seriously, you'll let it hurt your feelings. You'll let it play in your emotions. You'll let it trigger you. You'll get sensitive about it. You'll get mad about it. You get angry. You get irate and frustrated. They call it race bait. They use the race bait against you. And there are a lot of so-called Pan Africans and pro-blacks does. They do that word phrase crap and call it race bait or race traitor, or race hustler. Yeah, I know a lot of them that do that shit, but I ain't gonna name them names. And Caucasian does that as well. A lot of them do that race bait shit, and that race hustling, that damn hotep shit, and that damn say racial slurs and stuff. Hmm. Yeah, they say terrorists are Muslims and thugs are so-called black people and stuff. But the real terrorists are the Caucasian kids. They're doing the most crime in the suburban areas. Yeah, they're doing the most crimes in the suburban areas instead of the urban area. Cause a lot of them don't stay in urban areas because they know they get beat up in certain areas. Yeah, if they go to Alabama with that shit, yeah, they gonna get fucked up. Now you go to Illinois and all them places, nah, they scared of white folks. The baddest niggas in the world scared of white folks. Ain't that song? The so-called baddest black person in the world, black guy in the world, he's scared of Caucasian man. He threatened by a Caucasian man. But he the baddest man on the planet in somebody's eyes. Not in my eyes, he not the baddest. If you bad, you fight a Caucasian man. If you bad, you fight an Arab man. if you bad, you fight an Indian man. Oh, I did it, so I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A bunch of cowards in the world. Now, Caucasian, I had to break the real truth to you without sugarcoating. Cause y'all the weakest nation. To tell you the real truth, y'all are the weakest nation in the world. Caucasians, y'all the weakest nation, and y'all the softest nation besides black people. But y'all number one on the list, Caucasians, because y'all show compassion on anything. Y'all never show compassion to animals. Animals gonna live and animals gonna die. That's why they call y'all Caucasians, the Caucasus Mountains, because y'all animal lovers. And then you got your peons, your stool pigeon, black individuals. They beginning to be animal lovers. It calls bestiality, and that's why. And people thought Yahweh, and a lot of people saying Yahweh put y'all over us. No, he didn't. So-called black people allowed Europeans to be over them. The Most High didn't put Europeans over black people. The Most High allowed it. European was never over black people. It's just the fact that they was bought and paid for, and they been a good boy and being followers instead of leaders, but they been shouldn't lead the Caucasians. No, they let the Caucasians lead them because black people were so dumb and ridiculous. So they allow white folks to be over them and overthink them and let white folks do the thinking for them, but they should have been doing the thinking for the white people. But y'all always talk shit about white people, but you don't challenge white people. That's why I don't get with these groups and stuff. What them so-called Hebrew Israelite camps be doing, we trying like they cutting the white folks and the Caucasians with the scriptures and stuff. That's staged. Some of that shit staged, and some of that shit real, but some of that shit it was staged by the way. Now some of that shit they be doing look staged. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah. I call them so-called Hebrew Israelite camps. Yeah, it looks staged. Mm-hmm. Nobody never broke it. Yeah, and then them pro-blacks and stuff, and them Pan-Africans and stuff. They talk shit about black people. I mean, they talk shit about Caucasian people, but they never challenge Caucasian people. But they'll talk shit to each other. They'll debate each other, but they want to debate the same man they call the enemy, the perpetrator, the the murderer and the kidnapping stuff, which they were at one time with the KKKs and the Buffalo Soldiers and the guerrilla warrior soldiers and shit, and the colonialism, the France, the Paris, and the England and all them places. Yeah, started with that damn that ancestor called Caesar Borgia. Yeah, Caesar Borgia. With they fighting over Confederate flags and territories and stuff. Who you think they got it from? They got it from us. But they did it for an unworthy cause. We did it for a cause. They did it for an unworthy cause. And that's why they got unworthy history because they got unworthy history because they don't have history. And I'm talking about the cave dwellers, the Caucasians. Y'all don't have history. You never had history. You stole everybody's history. You stole everybody's ideals. But it was black people's fault because they allowed you to have it. Because black folks can't hold waters. They got to talk about everything with emotions, with feelings. You could do it with soul, but you get to the point you're being too naive and you let everybody in your circle. Let everybody in your circle and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Like Gentiles are Gentile, not just Caucasian individuals. It's all ethnicity, whether they Arab, so-called Arab, so-called Asians, so-called Africans, so-called Mexicans, so-called Latinos, and so on and so forth and stuff. What are they 10% though? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because black people most of the time they followers. They're not leaders. They followers. They follow the crowd and follow the leader. And then another thing I'm gonna say for real is, and it goes for anybody, even the ones in the real truth and stuff in this space and stuff, that we always like to follow things and look at things that got a big huge following, just like Hollywood, for example. We always got a big we always got an eye on what celebrities do or what people that's doing popular things because they tell some real truth. Yeah, because Yahweh allows Satan to tell his people to tell the truth on air, a little truth, not the real truth, just little truth. They ain't telling you. People that say truth, no, they're telling you little truth and stuff. We pass truth now, but it's not just my truth or your truth. It's the real truth and stuff. And now they telling little truth. They're not telling the truth. They're telling little truth. The little truth. Some of them tell you half truth and stuff like that. And I think I was one of the first one had to break that down. Because nobody else wasn't doing it. Although people were saying it before I did, but they weren't breaking it down. They just said the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth. No. It depends on how much truth they're telling you. Sometimes they're not telling you the truth. They're telling you little truth. They're telling you half truth. They tell you slight truth, or they're not telling you the truth at all. Now, in some cases, a few percentage of them are telling you the real truth and stuff. And watch and look what they got the real truth wrong. Yeah. We're going to continue, and you didn't like it, you can kick bricks. Yeah. So yeah, welcome to the 200th episode of the YAH'S Vessel podcast show. Brought to you by yours truly that's speaking, King Y Vessel, aka YAH'S Vessel. Me, the one and only, the original YAH Vessel. Mm-hmm. Not no superhero, not your average dealer, and not your compromised person. It's yours from the jump, from the gutter, and from the edges. We're living on the edge because we're in the shadow of death every day. We should fear no evil because we are the people. I know some of y'all still stuck on that racism stuff and stuff about so-called Caucasians. I was on that tip at one time. That's not out of, but I know who the racist ones and who not. 9 out of 10, it comes from a poor background. The super rich, yeah, but the super rich, no. But the ones that are rich and wealthy, yeah, because they know we are the chosen children of Yahweh, the indigenous Hebrews, the Israelite bloodlines of the 12 tribes of Jacob's royal seed. Yes, we are it. We are it. And they don't like that. They think by claiming our wealth, because that's our wealth, by the way. That's our fortune, by the way. Because they claiming our wealth and stuff. They think if they claim the wealth and stuff, oh, now we got them. No, you didn't. You just really did what Yahweh wanted you to do, is to fail. Yeah, you did exactly what Yahweh wanted you to do. Yeah, Yahweh set it up for you. He set it up for you to look good, but you're going to lose in the long run. Ain't that something? You thought you could outdo Yahweh, but you couldn't do the Almighty. You thought you got away, but you didn't. You think running to the bunker's gonna make it safe? Nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe for real. And yeah, because white folks, they're not talented. They're not good preachers. They're not good ministers. They ain't really good fixers. They good at lying though. They're good at exaggerating stuff. Only thing white folks good at is movies. They're good at movies though. Some of them are. They're not good in comedy though. Nah, they're not good in comedy. No. And I know you'll say, "Damn, that's racist and stuff. See, I can't listen to you." It doesn't matter. Nobody tell you to kick bricks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So yeah, but yeah, and a flag doesn't make who you are and stuff like that. That was a way. That was a way to them to start their little fake civil war and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then again, if you think so-called black individual got a home, which is here, I doubt it. This is not really our home. It's somewhere our place, but this is not our home because we got punished for it. So it's not our home. It is somewhere our land and stuff. We got to not get that twisted. We was always here. This is always our home. We never had a home. We was here to learn a lesson. How the hell we had a home? How the hell we had a home to learn a lesson? No. The Most High gonna move us somewhere else and stuff. Yeah. You can say you claimed the land because we built the land. And it was the backbones of us. Our hard work and dedication in us and how strong we are as a team and how masculine we are and how we can get thing through the spirit. Men can think of something to fix or do and to solve with his telepathy, not through his flesh. Religion is restrained to keep down. So it's no religion. Christianity was a poor fella of a title to do prosperity and to make people have a goal of finance and they can be what they want to be, and the Most High gonna still forgive them. They can be what they want to be. They can eat what they want to eat. They can do what the hell they want to do and stuff. And y'all gonna still forgive them because they can make 100 mistakes. That what Christianity leads to. So ain't no Christianity here, ain't no religion. So I pretty much debunked that enough, and now people ain't really trying to claim it now. You still got some dummies out there of claiming that stuff, but now they're trying to mix it up with spirituality. But it's not working. Just because you say you're spiritual, it doesn't mean Yahweh is with you. Because you know now that we got a connection now, and all eyes on us now. It's just you can't say our names and you can't mention our podcast unless you're not a part of that team. And you're not, and you can say what you want to say off a script without a script, without being staged, without being watched and stuff. And a lot of y'all not legit anyway and stuff. Yeah. A lot of y'all not legit anyway. So yeah, a lot of y'all Caucasians scamming too. Y'all scamming too. Y'all doing crooked shit. Don't think I don't know. Y'all the father. Y'all the nature of crooks. You more emotional than black folks and stuff. Now the original deadbeat dads are the Caucasian men. They are the original deadbeats. The original Caucasian men, they're the original deadbeats. Not the so-called black man, it's the so-called Caucasian man. He's the original deadbeat dad. But he don't get no slack for real because he thinks he's white. He get a pass and he get privilege and stuff. But I knocked that black privilege stuff in half anyway. And it's proven that white privilege is no more. I've been telling y'all for 2 or 3 years now that white privilege stuff is over. No more privilege for you. That's why you're falling. That's why you barely can damn go to a concert. You barely got a job. You barely Your income is getting funny. Your houses getting torn down by the earthquakes because you played with the Most High Yahweh too long. But you believe in witchcraft and praying to Satan. Satan couldn't bargain with you very long because he knew you was weak for the dollar bills. But now Satan turned his back on you, and now you're mad, you pissed off at Yahweh, like Yahweh is going to help you out. You didn't believe in Yahweh, remember? You believe in Satan. You believe in JC and God. You believe in anybody else's Lord, but it failed you. That's why you running to and fro. That's why you move back in with your parents, or your parents moved back in with you, or your parents moved in with you. I mean, So yeah, and I think I said enough right now, and let's get ahead. One more time. Lights, camera, action. Let's be cool. Yeah. So you know, we're gonna. I think I said enough, and I already broke it down. Don't take the title for what it is. Don't take the title and think it's about bashing a Caucasian basher, a white basher. No, it really means that I prove my point of what's what and what it is and how it is, and look at it for a minute from an economist standpoint, because that what Caucasian go by, the economist standpoint, and I did it in that perspective and stuff, and I did it in real life fashion as well. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If you don't like it, fuck you. So, Barakatah, faith and peace. King, okay, all the glory, all the praise goes to the Father, Yahweh, Son, Yahweh, Ben Yahweh, the 7 archangels, and the 400 million assigned angels. Barakatah, faith and peace, hallelujah. King, Y vessel, a.k.a. YAH'S vessel. Sign up on Spreaker.com.